It's actually opened up a fair few locations where usually there would be quite a bunch of people, like in CBD areas where there is more walls and more urban landscape to use, but usually and a massive people where you can't really run across the road or run across the pavement to get into that jump.
Woo! Yes!
So it has opened up that and a lot of opportunities. And also just in general, parkour, you kind of steer clear of places that are populated anyway, because you want to have a full use of the landscape. So I haven't found too much in the sense of restriction in that sense, but a huge factor for parkour is the community aspect and training with multiple people and different levels, different eyes who can see different ways to go about, attacking an obstacle. And so that aspect right now has diminished greatly. Like there's no way for me to go out and train with this person and this person and this person because I'm restricted to the amount of people that I can interact with. As a community, we've been training for quite a while in Sydney. So we have a bunch of spots that we know are good and have the right environment and the right setting for it. But it's also nice to just sometimes go to an area and explore it and find the little challenges and stuff that's not necessarily a massive spot, but some sort of intricate architecture that is unique to that area. In Australia, we seem to have a lot more like running, jumping, big kind of air. And I think that's because our environment is more spaced out than a lot of other cultures. In Germany, they have very high technical value, and it's all about the intricacy and the skill level in which they possess to move through a landscape, whatever it may be, because they have a lot of obstacles built up in their urban environments. And then, London, I would say, is the premier for visual location and also like rooftop-esque location. So it's rooftops, but it's at 2 to 5 stories instead of when you go to Asia and it's 80 stories and you're like, that one's a little bit more daunting. So you can go to England and you can practice in a safer situation. And also the architecture is just super unique. Like nowhere else I know has that capacity of like running across rooftops and being able to connect them all and like run across the city.
I'm actually okay. I don't know how the f*** I'm fine, but I just managed to get enough forwards. Ha! Hip bones. All hip bones.
There is injuries, but I would say there is less injuries than most sports that you would think of, because in parkour and freerunning, you're not interacting with other humans. You're not like being tackled or wrestling or being contorted in funny ways. Often it's you versus the inanimate object. So if you can control yourself and your mind and your physicality, even if you do have stumbles, usually you're able to come out without horrendous injuries.
Yeah!